first map. It's the second one. Their own pick of Nuke and Spirit have got a task and a half to bring this back from the brink.
And it's all going to come with the early start. We saw it out on Overpass, the way in which they lead with those early sort of segments in the early contact of this map. Now, going into the pistol, we're seeing the early util coming through from Stown. Early nades towards the inner take, but it's actually a lot of players towards outside.
Now, smokes and flashes in towards that connector, squeaky door position as per usual. Shush on top of the mini area. Going to try and see if we can drop down. Get some information. It's position held towards outside. It's rushing out towards the locker rooms and towards heaven. Shush caught on the jump face, and we'll allow Tessa to take point here. Seeing Chopper, tagging him up, taking him down. The draw first blood for Heroic again.
Oh, this is such a wacky round for Heroic. So they've got the bomb down towards that lower side. They've got players wrapped in towards Hell, and, well, at least Spirit just getting scrambled, and now they're losing all the jewels.
Oh, Stown and Shush, simple shutdown. Stown comes up with a second one as well towards Mir, and Sunday Young is going to pretty much die young right here. 1 versus 5. Dead to rights, CZ with a triple, and Heroic with a very, very confident pistol.
So they just dive the bomb outside into secret, get it down towards that lower bomb site quickly, and then there's just so much fragging going on. You've got the lurk towards top site, out from the T side, you've got a couple of players in from lockers, and everything just works so well together. Spirit just got caught rotating.
So quickly as well. Not a casualty taken for the Heroic side. Spirit already off on the back foot in the CT side. And obviously, if you look at a half for one team to go well, I think a lot of people sort of default towards that CT side being the favoured half for a lot of teams that don't play this kind of a map. Definitely in terms of the statistics, that probably could work out for the likes of Spirit, but it's not the start they would have wanted to see here. Out of the Eagles and a force by Scout and SMG involved. The SMG does get one frag, but Shush is there for the trade.
They've got a couple of players towards this lower bomb site in a decent position. Both Mir and Chopper nade out towards single door. That's going to give Mir a little bit of an advantage to work in with Decon.
Open air, open vision. Shots out on Magic's doing damage to 26 points of health, and Mir starts looking up to angle. Shush starts making his way towards outside. Will keep his eyes set inside of the A bomb site. Flashes forwards down, trying to get Heroic to push forward here. Look towards the site, tap forward to the Eagle. Chopper can't quite connect any kill shots. He takes some damage instead, overwhelmed by Kalian up in heaven. Magic still holding here towards Hut. Tesses gets his frag in. Mir can follow suit to at least hold Trace to a man advantage and a single man advantage, but it's extended by Stown. Dexter, 1v3.
Just got to back off and save, hold on to that scout, bring it into the next round, see if he can find any more upgrades in terms of that AK outside, but he's going to get hunted, so the AK is probably not going to be saved at all. Nade comes in, going to do further damage, down to 5 points of health. Shush can't quite follow up, so this round is slightly expensive, but it was a force buy for Spirit, so it has to be an eco for them going into the next.
Yeah, can't punish the damage onto 3 players. They've got to sort of take it on the chin and figure out where Dexter can go with that one. They keep all 5 players alive for Heroic, then the damage is mitigated and recovered. So 2-0. They're hunting to try and get rid of that AK if possible. I think Dexter will just be able to escape. DD will. Stown also goes up with the bomb, actually. A bit too close. All right. That's quite a lot of investment lost, actually. No AK saved in by the T side.
And there was a little bit of an interview this morning with Heroic talking about how they haven't played an official in just over a month and that they haven't had a lot of officials to play. But they actually said that, you know, rather than kicking the feet up and take it a little bit more relaxed, make sure that they're mentally reset coming into LAN, practice has been hardcore. They've really been focusing up, and that's what you want to hear from these kind of teams, knowing that this is a very big event just before we get into the play break of the year.
Talked about it time and time again, the importance of LAN, so I don't stress it any more than this, but they're taking it seriously for a good reason. Put it that way. Shush, straight in on Sunday Young. Gets the kill, kicks things off.
Cadian just trying to cut the rotations out from the vent position, but it just seems like for Heroic, it's just a lot of raw jewels being taken in towards this lower bomb site. Chopper does get away with a couple, so for a USP round and a light eco, they can be happy so far.
Do hope that Cadian and Refresh try to go back in towards that ramp position to grab those rifles, because they're going to kind of need them, I think. Lost investment is not what you want to see. Refresh will have the second AK. Cadian cannot get the third one, so 3 players worth of damage. Again, that's going to compound against Heroic.
Any damage is good damage on an eco. Chop up, just being able to get close towards a lineup out towards that right-hand side of the ramp entrance. A 3-0 start. Team Spirit need to be able to find a response relatively quickly. And for Mir, he had a very good performance out on map 1. 24 kills to his name, was the high-impact fragger, and he's got to be that kind of guy again.
Rotations inbound, SDY. Setting himself up with an M4 top of the hut position. Guns out, of course, for Team Spirit. down, just looking down range, hoping to catch off some sort of frag, but so far so little has been gained by the man. Testes opens up, SDY to full, Shush follows suit, a secondary frag, and it's down. Finds a follow-up as well on Dagster, and how effective and efficient was that from Heroic?
Jeez, I just love watching Danish Counter-Strike from time to time. Just the coordination in some of the set plays and the way in which they go for the diagonal smokes outside, they wrap in from main, and everyone is in the right position at the right time to establish the crossfire, catch the CT's tunnel visions, looking out towards main rather than in towards hut itself. Chopper's going to try and get away with exit damage.
Ooh.
Does actually found a double. Getting up to heaven now.
This is a quite reckless style here from Heroic. It's costing them a lot of money here. Are they going to go for a last second retake? I think they might just do. Minutes pulled their attention. Testis is caught blinded. Nades up, damage done, Incendiaries involved. They're too far away now. They're not going to be able to get this. Chopper does go down. So, yeah, now Mir's out of the round. Good effort there from Team Spirit. And again, loads of damage is going to get done to Heroic. With all the previous rounds where they've lost so many players, like this economy is just going to be hampered.
I don't get it, that one right there. I don't know why you're not saving in that 2v2. The time's just so low, and you've got a position with Chopper with so much money. They can sort of buy around, they can invest quite heavy going into round 5. Seems like they want to go towards a pretty much a complete force, or at least sort of a half buy. Make sure that they've got that hero warp out for Dexter. Chopper's going to chuck that over to him. But in that sort of situation, I just saw signs of desperation for the CIS squad.
Definitely was a Hail Mary play for me. I don't think they would have gotten it had Chopper not gotten those two frags involved towards the Hell position. Fast plays out for Heroic in the meantime in this particular round. SDY is able to get his pick in on Shush, but him and Magic's fall in turn. So 4 versus 3, Bomb can go down.
And this is probably a moment to adjust the chair, get back up into a sit-right position, because out on the first map, it was slow. It really felt like it was patient. It was a mind-boggling game. Now we've come out to T-side of Nuke. It's like, right, how quickly can we engage into the first fight? How fast can we get towards the upper side? And how fast can we get the kills together? Well, maybe not quick enough for Chopper.
Ah, that sucks. That really sucks. He had the angle and everything, missed his bullets. But you're right, much faster game from Heroic. We saw so many passive defaults from the T side over on Overpass. Spirit was trying to play a passive default in this particular map as well. Haven't really pressed out towards outside or gone aggressive in ramp, but just so quick from Heroic, and they're just overwhelming the CT side forces. 4 players alive this time can deal with the eco as standard. The Zero AWP does stay in, so the rebuy in the CT side should feature the M4s across the board. Heroic. Oh, Cadian, bit of a panic moment, but another great adjustment from him. He's been great with those.
Yeah, you can look at that as a positive, but I'm just looking at that as a negative and saying how are whiff shots like that coming through, whether it be a deagle or not, it just can't be afforded at this kind of a level for Spirit. They can't make sure that they get off to not being sharp individually. And when you've got a situation where Heroic just keeps sort of bomb rushing the upper side and it's so successful, you then start using a lot of anti-rush nades for the city side, try and put more players towards top side and from roof just to be able to allow that contact to come in straight away. But then that also means that there are going to be limitations in terms of space being open in extra areas of the map towards outside. Something Heroic have loved is getting in towards that garage control and sometimes even wrapping as far as hell.
Guns back out for both sides here. Heroic again fast in with the defaults. Not going to go for the fast execution. Incendiaries up towards those entryways, but they're going to go quickly after the fact here. It will burn away, and Magic's fine Shush out in the open. Testes also gets caught as well with the M4. 2 frags. Casualty sustained here by Heroic. Third man also being spotted out as Magic's triples up and gets all sorts of damage done alongside SDY and Chopper, cleaning out the last 2 players from downstairs. And what's a hold there for Team Spirit?
Well, Magic's was that guy. Molly comes out towards Hut. He's just playing on the left-hand side of it. And even after he's getting flashed, he's still following up, making sure that he's holding his life. That was all just a little bit of a ruse to get that bomb down into the vents. But for Heroic, just no entries came into that upper side.
First round of the game here for Team Spirit. What a round it is to get. Heroic still back up to the buy and can afford the full AKs and the AWP as well, so the economy game's still not being hurt as of right now. Diagonal smokes towards outside here for the Heroic default set. Mir does see Testis, does tag him up, can't quite get the headshot, and also based in the AWP. Meanwhile, Stown fights onto Magic's, wins out the fight towards ramp default.
A bit of an over-aggressive move to start off by the CTs, and now this just allows them to force in a little bit more of a mistake. More wall banks trying to come through to find any further connections. Refresh towards outside. Heroic are just slowing this right down now.
Sat back pretty. Waiting for the moment to strike. Orp in a Degster. Waiting for contact, but so far, so little is gained. It's just carefully placed. Orp waits, sees his man. Let's tag back as Shush takes the damage. Mir has found a responsive frag on Tessus though.
It just gets baited and even refresh down into Secret. He could be the unknown entity. Heroic still got so much time left on the clock. And for Spirit, all they know is that Ramp's been open up. They don't know about the Secret player.
3 players in Ramp itself are going to try drop down into the B site. Dexter's AWP is ready for them. Molotov's in. Siphoning off the right-hand door. Way the left peak comes in instead for Dexter. Good kill on Shush. Reface on the second man, not quite as confident. Instead, Chopper's there with the AUG held down. Trades back. 1 point of health, though. Dexter caught in the midst. The smoke teammate right behind him. Kalian gonna get challenged here. The spray's awkward. The P250 comes up with the kill. And the player's been spotted, but Mir stole the headshot with the AK. You thought it was a no-scope, but it fell around for Spirit.
And they just were in some very, very good rotation positions there, Spirit. Dexter, just the way that he's falling back, he gets baited out from Ramp to start off the round, doesn't fall instantly. Instead, just falls back down to the site, gets out towards that default silo position, and he doesn't overface, does he? Takes a couple of pop shots left and right, but there's no wide swing, and all he's doing is staying alive.
Heroic. Down to the hero AK set up here for round 8. Finally, the economy has been broken with all the damage that Spirit have applied. Eagles, Glocks, P250s on Tessus and Cadian. The T side hold their own into position for the moment. Very passive on these pistols. Very careful on the default again.
Oh, it's going to be a difficult task to bait out the AWPer again, just because you've got no nades, you've got no util to force him back. Refresh almost having the same sort of round as he did in the last.
Walk in for Refresh. Oh, he's seen magics, but he gets the kill with the CT side. They're doing a little bit better to the hero AK, taken out with having any impact at all in this matchup, in this round. Dexter forced back. Chopper's going to get to hell, expecting there to be some sort of heaven wrap, but no. Dexter's landing shots for days. Dealt with by Stown at least, so there's one AWP that can get picked up and applied, but doubt we get much more out of this. 2 frags found for the T side. Can he get a bomb plant though?
No, not to be. I think it was, what, Dexter up against Sprout? It could have been on Nuke, where he had like 3 no-scopes in a single round on City side.
Yep.
And we know that Nuke is a map that's been played a fair bit recently for the Spirit side, up against Vitality. 12-16 loss there. They started CT, only got 6 rounds, and then up against Sprout to actually get them into this position. They had a solid T side of 9 rounds.
CT side starting to get solid of its own right. 3 of the board of Team Spirit so far in a row. Continue down that avenue. Can Heroic refine their form? Again, we've seen some very big streaky moments from Heroic. Dips in form over certain moments and then just big round streaks that turn into victories. Of course, we saw that from Overpass. AK is back out for this round. No bomb plant. Refresh went in with the hero AK buy, so ultimately that leaves him with an eagle. Tessus and Shush get caught towards Mir on the outside, and he gets the kill on the first man. Tagged to the second one as well. Stown struggles to deal with Samdai Young, but gets the kill regardless, and Mir also falls in turns. A 2 for 1.
What a recovery this has been for Heroic. So much damage starting off the round by the City side, and now they've got to fight back from a 3-on-4. Chopper trying to make a play, but gets caught out by Squeakdoor from Stown.
HP advantages, and the AK still wins that first headshot, instantly removing the player. Dexter trying to see if he can aggress. Regain the control, at least catches down, so trades it back to a 3 versus 2. Deagle in for Tessus, has got a couple of AKs he can recover back in the lobby position. He's going to take first face though. Being low HP, he wants to keep Kaden and Refresh as high as possible.
Oh, just the timing towards outside, and for the CTs, they're so out of position. Magix is down towards the lower side, and Dexter's making so much noise! Why is he running out like that rather than walking?
Someone made a call. I think someone made a call there that they were going to the B site. I don't know what information that was based off of. I don't know what they'd used to just, you know, do that. But that's a massive mistake to make. And from Dexter of all players, we talk about him in such glowing lights as well for Team Spirit. I don't know if it's his fault or not, but either way, it's a round for Heroic that Spirit should have at least contested towards the end.
No, you're definitely right. It had to be a miscommunication error, but when you look at that whole round, in the 2v3, there's no sound cues, there's no information, there's nothing that would have set that off. Whatever it was just the wrong call completely. As soon as you hear a CT running towards events, you go, oh, easy kill, we've got 2 players in lobby.
Six to 3, Heroic. Stealing one away from Spirit in a very awkward stance here. Down and Cadian. Trying to take a nice another opening kill here towards the squeaky door position into the A site. Throwing open the door itself and just playing this lurk, drawing a lot of attention towards their positions. So the smokes towards outside allow 3 players to cross that down a secret. So B commitment, I imagine. If they can get down the vent dive, that'd be fantastic.
And we've seen a lot of variations with the cross smokes towards outside. Typically, it's just Refresh making a solo walk by himself and a lurk play. But at times, there's a little bit more mass numbers. And this time, it's 3.
Making a lot of noise here. 1 player to the back corner. Chopper not getting checked. It's a simple spray down. Dropping 2 players. Looking for Tesses on the triple. Not quite. Mir trying to respond, doing some damage to 50 points of health. But Tesses needs backup here. Incendiaries will drive 1 CT away. Bomb is out in the open. And these 2 players are slow walking. Tesses has all the pressure against him.
He's just got to stay alive. As long as he stays alive, they should be able to cut the rotations off. Start regrouping with the T-side players.
SDY has made his way down towards Decon. 40 seconds through the clock. That bomb still has been dropped in the open. How do they go about this? They're working back into the A site. Who's going to pick it up here? Magic's ready towards Squeaky. SDY gets the kill on Tesses next up. Rotations right back downstairs. Again, realizing that bomb has got to commit towards the B site. 20 seconds. SDY seeing Cadian wins that fight for the secondary kill. Closes the door. Holds the round at this point. It's down. Impossible 1v4 for him to take.
I might as well just have a bit of a crack at doing some further economical damage, because if he goes back up the vents to save, he's going to die.
He might die anyway. 5 seconds, he's back in the vent corner. He might go down after time, which would be even more impactful for Heroic. Shot swinging out. Magics will not dive down. So he will hold on to that AK at least, but way too slow. Tesses needed so much more on that B site.
They lost the teammates too quickly. That whole round is set up of, okay, if we take contact towards the lower bomb side, we'll get a one-on-one trade, we'll get the bomb down, and then we'll cut rotations off. And just that start play, that one movement from Chopper towards the back of the side, getting a couple of kills, it disrupted the whole strat of what Heroic were trying to bring forward.
Fourth round back for the Spirit side again as they try and put these M4s to effect. Get a follow-up against Heroic's forced by. AK's the Eagles. Defaults in, fast out towards ramp. Chopper whiffing every single bullet still. Seashus dropping down, gets the kill against him. Almost finds Refresh as well. SDY can chime in, but Stown trades back on him. So the AK is picked apart, 3 versus 3. The AWP still in for Dexter. 1 frag found. Refresh forced to fall back.
Oh, Cadian struggling with the pick towards outside, but they get it back to a 2v2. And they've got bomb control, but do they realize where the CTs are? Because Team Spirit have over-rotated to lower now.
Slow walkouts from Refresh. Being very, very careful about this. Winning Cadian in the end. Got to rest a lot, I think, on this AK to be able to get the entries here. There's no one on the A site, though. They've gone for a wraparound. They can get a plant down.
There's a backstab coming through for Magics, but you're right about the site being opened up. And for Heroic, how slow are they going to be to clearing out the bomb site? They need to get the bomb down pretty much straight away and then keep eyes out from Hut for the backstab.
Cadian's watching from the heaven position, expecting there's to be a player that peeks in, but nobody does. Oh, timing is everything. Magics sneaking his way back up. Cadian's gone for the big old wrap. Oh, this could be disastrous. You have to run pretty quickly for it. Refresh catches the dink off of Magic though. Wraps the corner, gets the kill. That's all important. Dexter now up in the rafters, making a lot of footstep noises. Incendiary's down, gonna get back on the bomb real quick. But now it's gonna be a full stick on the defuse. 5 seconds towards it. Does anyone peek? Does anyone peek? No one peeks it! No one peeks it! And Dexter steals it from underneath the noses of Heroic.
There's nothing they could do in that sort of situation. All that round needs to happen is slow down the time. And while a really, really vital kill comes out from Refresh, because that bomb is not planted for him, who went all the way out towards Quick Door, it's still taking time for that wrap to come in from heaven. heaven. Dexter just reading the play, realizing where Refresh is, goes to himself, okay, I've got a smoke and a kit, let's just stick it.
I honestly thought Refresh getting the kill in Squeaky was enough to win the round, but that wrap still came back to bite them. Cadian had to be so much quicker. And pacing has been a problem for Heroic in these T-side post plants. Mid just blind firing through the smoke. Gets Refresh next up. And looks for a hell of a lot more here for the T-side. No, he gets a double up on Stown. Dexter follows suit on Test. This one's falling apart.
They're just trying to work in and around those smokes, thinking about the main wrap, but then everything just goes into the line of both Mir and from Dexter. And Cadian trying to win a 1v4, and for Spirit, they're now starting to find some really, really good form in terms of consistency.
6-all to the board. Finally, this CT side is getting going. And again, I have my concerns for Heroic so far on this T side. I'm holding out hope that the CT side can be a bit better, but it gives a moment where you think to yourself, is there a way in now? Is there a chance for the likes of Spirit to be able to bring this back? I know that you wrote it off so early into the pre-game, Dweg, but it's just those little bits and pieces that make you start to wonder.
Yeah, I'm still writing it off, at least for now. I need to see a lot more from Spirit. They've got to be able to give themselves a decent lead in this sort of back end of the second half and just keep the tempo up, keep these star players performing.
Flash forward, fast play out for Heroic with the pistols involved. AK for Test as Magic opens things up. Shush can get the trade back. Mir responds. Dexter gets involved at AWP. SDY playing Ring of Roses with somebody here. I don't know what Stan was trying to do, but he's lost all his teammates and now he loses his own life. So, lead game for Team Spirit. Going into round 14.
And now we'll see the rifles coming in. Hero round in the last with the AK. Doesn't really find a massive amount of success. And it's down. Maybe just asking, begging to get a little bit more support in terms of some of the kill counters. 14 kills and 9 deaths for himself, but everyone else not even anyone up to double digits just yet.
Pretty rough here for Heroic. Yeah, the M4 falling back. Outside control, past credit card. Can't see anyone with that smoke that went out to suppress the vision that looks directly down towards the yard position. Stown has found his way downstairs into the vent dive, however. Where does he go with this? Into B, back through secret? What's the play?
But just start working with the info. Yeah, you've got the lurk down towards lower side, but what can the top side players do? Can they find a pick, start scrambling the CTs? Even with that lurk already down from secret into lower, they still go for the outside smokes. Mir catches the attention of one.
Goes away, peeks in Acadian. Still given up to start things off for Heroic, a minute to the clock, and they'll quickly make their way downstairs. Chopper and Dexter are here towards the lower side, though, so this dynamic duo going to have to resist the execution from Heroic.
The rotations to lower have been relatively quick here for the CT side, but it still might be the misread. Bit of a jewel might come out from Decon. Magix is starting to make a bit of a play out from main, but has no idea that the players are still in secret.
Kill for Cadian, 5 versus 3. Several players are tagged up, but Testes has no such worries in the world. Gets SDY and Dexter and Chopper. Those 2B players now going to rotate towards A, get killed off by Cadian, who gets his 3rd in the round, and Chopper stands alone.
And if this doesn't show what a top 3, top 5 team in the world can do with timings on defaults on T-side, I don't know what can. Heroic were just so incredible in some of the angles being held in that one, even hunting Chopper down after time. There's just no one staying alive for the CTs whatsoever. And for Spirit, every single time someone was repositioning, getting into a better angle for themselves, they just kept getting caught off.
Better example of what Heroic can do on this T side. It has been touch and go at moments, but it is even standing going into the final round of the half. 7 apiece. Guns out for Spirit will feature a bit of an awkward force. And XM, 10-14 for SDY. Yet to see the shotgun so far today. First time out here for the Spirit side.
We like it out on Nuke, especially when we know SDY can get aggressive up towards that hut face. Mir towards outside, though, keeps getting smoked off. Dexter does find one before the smoke blooms.
Mir's M4 catches another kill on Shush, so it's the main rifles that get all the attention going. The shotgun dealt with by Stown as he drops SDY and dives down into the vent control. So, dropping out. One of the M4 waiting for contact. Sees several players burst fire. Can't get much of a kill or damage being done. Incendiary is back towards the double doors. Sees the player on site. Adjusts against him. Deals with Stown. And Testes and Cadian get caught by Dexter next up. All left to Testes. 1 versus 4. Spray Manic gets at least 1 kill, but got so much more to do.
Gotta try and regain that bomb onto the site itself. There is a rotation coming out from the vents. Tessus does drop another, but he's on 7 points of health.
I'd be stunned if he was able to pull this back here. Opens the double doors, at least draws their attention back to that position. No one fires blind. And he does have time to work with here. He can start to run the timer low.
Team Spirit aren't really giving up any aggressive moves. They're just saying, okay, we'll wait for the fight to come to us. We don't mind running the clock.
40 seconds. Tessus waiting. Hoping that someone overextends. Hoping that someone gives up something to the man. Onto the back of the rafters, Dexter. Oh, not spotted now, he has been. Molotov involved towards dark of all places. I thought he's Molotov the ramp entrance, but flash forward, looks in, burst fire. Oh, turns towards mid, but unable to hit as many shots as he wanted it to. And in the end, it will be an even dead set standing for Spirit that just come out on top towards the end of the half as we head to the break and to the T side.
This world is slowing down. How can I fight it? How can I listen when there's no sound? Oh, the wolves are out. Yes, the wolves are out. Hold on to what you found. Days are deceiving. My head is spinning round. Oh, I hear you now. Yes, the wolves are out. Inside of our reality. Satellites singing serenity. Send out a signal, please remember me. Send out a signal, come and set me free.
Heroic have only lost Nuke twice in the last 3 months, up against Na'Vi in DreamHack Masters and NIP in IEM Summer. This has been a good first half coming through for Spirit J, but we need to see more from the CIS squad.
Yeah, a lot to put up to the table here for Team Spirit, and it's onto the CT side, the favoured half for Heroic. Julie's out for Shush, going to try and hold down alongside down. 2 great kills between those players. Shush can double up of his own accord. Refresh comes up, Dexter responds, but Shush makes it a triple. Guns out and Sun's out. 8 to the board, even standing.
Oh, where's the Cowboys hats out, boys? Julie's, we like a bit of that. Out towards Harden. It's just easy pickings. Really quick play out for Team Spirit. And honestly, even with that util, they can't get anything. They smoke off main. They try and go quickly. And there are so many crossfires being landed. Everyone from Heroic just wanted to take fights instantly.
I don't remember Cowboys doing much of dual wielders.
Oh, yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah, I reckon so. Not that I'm a cowboy, but yeah, I reckon so.
I'm pretty sure revolvers can't be dual. I don't know. Someone will correct
They're
me.
both.
I don't know. Pistols out. Team Spirit feeling a little bit awkward about that last round, of course, being decimated, and now being decimated by KD and SMG involved. USP doesn't even need the automatic. $2,100 of money gain for him. SDY, I don't know, the ace against Cadian's part. He's on with the quadra already, diving down against his teammates. Refresh going to try and see if he can break the man in. Forced to take the kill, so no ace for the likes of Cadian, but plenty of money gained by SMGs in that round, Dweg.
And the last couple of times that we've seen Nuke, it's often got very much down to the wire. 28-26 in the back end of last year, over the way to Heroic, and then 16-14 against Spirit in the last head-to-head in Katowice. So even though the scoreline's only 9-8 now, maybe we can expect a really close scoreline towards the end.
And 9-8. Again, Heroic have the lead. Team Spirit on the buy. AKs, Galils. On SMG as well for Chopper as the smoke gets set up for Cadian. Try and suppress here. What are Team Spirit planning out? What is the game plan now?
Yeah, it's just going to be an upper pop by the looks of it. Nades being lined up from T-Roof and just lobby control, nothing towards outside. And for Heroic, they've got a couple of players in from lower that are coming up from Secret, but they need to get a move on.
They'll start to look outside and see nothing at all. They can rotate in from main to try to pause here, but they're being very tentative about these peaks here. It's down, blind firing in towards the squeaky door area, suppressed by smoke. Chopper is watching out in case anyone wants to go for a wraparound backstab, and Molotov's in. On towards the rafters, Cadian is going to burn quite significantly. 38-22-4, dead to the hands of Chopper. Stown responds back through the smoke. SMG of refresh forces so far forward. Gets me. Stown can trade back on Chopper's kills, though. 3-on-2 scenario. The T's have the site, but they don't have the man advantage.
SDY is going to get the bomb plan in, and rather than the continued fight outs from main, they're going to start regrouping. Stown gets caught off, and now they get out to heaven.
Even man standing for Dexter at this moment. Alongside SDY picking back in towards lobby. Shush wrapping over alongside Tesses. Both players coming in from heaven. Kits on Shush from R takes space in. Awkward sprays, comes up with the kill, but he burns. And now switch out to the weapon at the wrong moment for Shush. Gets caught for 7 points of health. Needs to isolate this pick pretty soon. Drops down. Just gets towards sight. The bomb's in the open though. Incendiary on to the squeaky position. SDY can rotate here. The smoke on the bomb. No. Posted the fight. Oh, just gets him low, but doesn't win the kill. SDY just holds the round for PS.
That's very well played there from SDY. He realizes he's in the situation that he can't run through the molly, gets re-smoked off from Hut, and goes, okay, I'm just going to spam, just get through this smoke, make sure I'm not getting baited and forcing forward. Heroic, it was very chaotic in that round, and even Cadian playing top Hut, while he was getting mollied, he was so flashed by that utility, he just couldn't see anything.
Nine apiece, Heroic, making this one competitive as a team Spirit. Orbs out in the full gun round, both teams having to force the buy. XM for Shush is going to be the main highlight weapon, I think, for Heroic, knowing that it's probably arguably the weakest one, but we've seen how shotguns can affect here on Nuke in the past, but the M4 is down might be the main thing to look for. A bit of a gap in that particular smoke, and he gets away with damage, but not the kill on Magix.
Just working with a one-way smoke you can throw down on the CT side for that secret position, but it just gets pre-fired pretty much straight away as soon as contact comes in. They've cleared out lobby, but they need a pick back here, the CTs.
Yeah, Team Spirit could be on to do some serious damage. And again, still hanging into this particular map. We talked about how Heroic have not lost this much in the last few months, and Spirit would love to be the next team to take an upset victory and take a map away from these guys to try and maintain it into a 3-map series. It will be SDY, though, finding Shush. Getting the secondary kill in this round. Right now, everything goes the way of the T side.
This round's pretty much done for Heroic. They've got two players as a bit of a risk of a gamble stack towards that lower side, and Magix is low, but this is a 5-on-3.
30 seconds remaining, walks up, M4 refresh, sees two, didn't take the shot, now seeing a couple more players here. Rotates back out of deep con, sees Magix at least, gonna be all towards his teammate to try to deal with that one player. Chopper overwhelms. Smash back in, Dexter catches the likes of Cadian. Good kill at 10 seconds. This could be enough. Tester's got to stay alive. 2 frags found. Got to look back against the but Dexter. Oh my god, he's held it. 3 kills, 5 seconds. Here's SDY. All he's got to do is survive. Grab the orb, just escape by the skin of his teeth. What a hold!
Oh my goodness, I can't believe that's come through. The sick clutch down towards the lower side and just running away, playing the clock. No one clearing out the top rafters position, and Heroic have come away with an absolute steal.
What a play. Patience as anything. So wonderfully done from Testes, and he's just continuing to bang out this game. A wonderful first map, not quite as high the highs in the second, but he's still showing impact, Weg.
I don't know about that one, mate, but I reckon that's the biggest clutch we've seen on the B stream. At least in the last couple of days, at least in the group stage. That was huge. That was a 1v4. And look at what that's done in terms of the momentum of the economy. Now we're in a bit of a position where it resets. This forces Heroic back onto the powerful start.
What a moment. And again, what a swing. Economy wrecked here for the T side, as you mentioned. Hero AK brought down by SDY is going to have some impact, I imagine. But look at how far forward the CT side are going to get here. Look at where Refresh is. How has he snuck past this? What's happened here?
I don't know. He's just not looking around at all. Back into lobby, and now they're getting caught off. The T's are finding impact now.
What is going on? What is going on, guys? Heroic. That was a huge clutch for you. Don't tell me you're going to lose it to pistols now. A site's cleared up. I think the round might be over here, Dwayne.
Yeah, it might be this time. Mir towards outside out for credit card. Oh, struggling to get this duel together with the Deagle. Stan's going to give the fight in. At least that's a pick back.
Time ticking. 3v2. Smoke up towards Heaven. Testes at the M4. Trying to lean out of Heaven, but doesn't see anything. T-side line. So little going to be taken here when it comes to aggressive face, and Stan might have to be the playmaker with a FAMAS in hand. Testes has the kit. No time left. Does fight on one, or responds. Testes responding back to a 1 versus 1. Can't quite catch SDY. He knows that he's there though. Tapping the bomb, gets the kill. He's just got enough time for this, I think. Does he hold it?
Oh.
No! He's a pixel away! Oh, that really does hurt for Heroic. Look at the stress on Testes' face. He's not happy.
Nah, they went in for the late retake there and just unfortunately ran out of time, not quite getting that tick over. And SDY just making sure that he commits to that fight as late as possible. Now double eco status. Heroic have got a force buy here. They've just got no money behind them.
I don't know what to say anymore, Dwayne. Like, this is a really, really weird set of rounds. The Eagles out, the force buy, of course, in for the Heroic side. CZ for Refresh is going to be the only non-hand cannon weapon they have here. Here alongside Testes. Going to lean in towards Chopper. Can they get a pick back? Can they get any sort of exit frag or some sort of cheeky kill with the pistols? Can they convert it into a round here? Can they force TS to capitulate?
Well, Chopper's alone out from Secret. He's got to be careful about how he takes these duels because there's a couple of CTs. At least isolating Refresh and making sure he's just not pressing any further forward. That's smart.
Yeah, nicely done. No need to go any further forward of this. Teammates will start taking face in towards main. Cadian laid out. Does do some damage to SDY, but Mir kill found on the face. Magics. Kill stolen by Dexter instead. But 2 players left standing for Heroic, and this is going as well as this should go.
It's down, even getting spammed up, so they know that he's out towards lobby. And it really hurts mentally for Heroic to know that you've won an incredible 1v4 clutch, and then you just get ecoed in the next round, and it forces you onto a force buy to follow. You can't convert that. And that whole aspect of winning the swing round and potentially just getting this map over the line is now the complete opposite.
Spirit are back in the lead, Dwayne, and we have to start posing this question again. Is there a chance for a map steal? I know that, again, we look at the stats and we should really favour Heroic to sort of like make it back in because that's what they did at the end of, like, the likes of Overpass. But for Spirit, you know that they have to take this map. They need to hold it in this series.
They're in a good position, I'll say, going into round 22. They're up by 1, should be able to stretch it to 12. But look at what happened out in the last map. They're up 13-10. They struggled to close. We saw a big streak coming through for Heroic in which there was no answer back. There was no response. So even though Spirit seem like they're at the advantage, pushing further deeper into the 20s, it's not always as easy as it looks.
Half buy involved, more of a half eco for Heroic. A couple of USPs in. The Eagles on 2 players as Tessus is down. SDY looking down range into the A site as the CT trying to figure out some sort of flank position, some sort of way to catch Team Spirit off guard. So far, so little. So far, no contact.
Well, they're taking a gamble, just stacking players up towards that lower bomb site, hoping that that's going to be the move in for the default. And now they've got 4 on B. They need to be making a bit of a play with it, though, because for the most part of Spirit, it seems like they're not really that interested in Secret.
I'm just focusing towards outside. 1 USP of Cadian. Well, Magic C here, his back's turned. Cadian is not holding an aggressive angle. Not even going to look contact, it's passive. With very little info being given up. In theory, there's a way he could flank, but the problem is that the firepower just isn't there. Shush, I think, I may have seen one player. They're trying to do some damage. Oh, not quite. Dexter able to bail out his teammate. Cadian falls, and the rest of this round should fall with him.
Very well coordinated there for the T side, that as soon as they get that contact, they're just there to respond. They're there to deal with that crossfire, and just easy pickings come through. Stands out the last one left. 3 in the round to come in for Dexter. Spirit gonna get up to 12.
Indeed they do. Heroic conceding another lead by 2 separate rounds. They brought this back from the past. That was an eco, so they can kind of take it on the chin. The real guns are out now. What can the CT side respond with? Can they respond with anything at all?
Well, they're not going to respond with a goodbye. We know that much. FAMAS out for Shush. M4's another FAMAS out for Refresh. No AWP potential. So even in terms of what the CTs are bringing to the table, you've got no kit. Some of these players are relatively limited when it comes to the utils. Spirit are in a very, very good position to just continue this sort of streak on T and just add more rounds to the tally.
AK leaning up here for Dexter, trying to look over and see something up towards that top of garage boost. So far, seeing nothing. Stown's very back passive on the M4. Waiting for his moment, the smokes down and out as Cadian starts things off over in the outside position. SDY trading back on towards him, refreshing the midst of this smoke, pushing forward blindly, hoping that Stown has his back, but Magic should get that kill, and Stown cannot find the trade. 2 for 1, making it 3 for 1 overall as Chopper finds Testes as well. And everything is falling apart here for Heroic. There is 1 trade from Shush, but that's about it.
Well, they just keep trying to take aggressive duels because they know they need a really solid advantage in a round like this. Shush has the idea that there's a silo player, but for Spirit, they've got control of the lower bomb site and a lurking lobby. Shush has got no option but to save.
Back downstairs on Chopper, gets 1 kill. Is he going to go for this? There's an AWP drop down there, I think. Making a lot of noise to this. Magix has got low HP as well. Shush can find the stray bullet. That could be enough. We check the corner. Yes, he will. He's going for the clutch. 3 kills for him. Where's the last man? Up in the vents area. Shush is going to check it. SDY does lose the fight, and Shush has just held the round, but he has no time. Just about missing out on the bomb. He's got to escape.
Yeah, no kit, not available, not going to be able to get that round. Very, very expensive stuff. He'll be able to hold on to the AK. Team Spirit, though, up to 13. Heroic, you got to be happy with the outcome of the situation that you do further extra damage, but you really need to be winning this. And for Spirit, it seems like finally they're getting into a position in which they're starting to run away with this map.
Well, the damage was done there by Shush in that round. It's not going to mean much to the Team Spirit side. The money is there. It will be a buyback. Chopper's even going with a Mac 10 because he knows that they're probably not going to have anything for the Heroic camp. That AK being the only weapon, not even head Kevlar, so they can just continue building money. He doesn't even need the AK to frag. Spirit going to get to 14, you must imagine here. Fast plays out of the gate. Shush with the AK held back towards the corner. Chopper checks, spray through. He gets his frag involved. Then you get a refresh, got to get some impact back here. He gets nothing at all. 5 versus 3. Spirit have the slight.
The Deagles could just look for extra kills from here. There's going to be really no chance that they can save onto that AK that dropped in the site itself. The Spirit just making sure they don't overface at all. Get up to 14.
Well, whatever happened to Team Spirit have no chance of winning this map, Dweg. Heroic. Letting this one go quite far down to the wire. We're going to a 14th at minimum. Heroic. Got to take it to 16, 14. They want to win the map in regulation. Could also go to OT if necessary, but you can imagine they don't want to be around for that long. 1v5 for Stown, the only player to stay in the AK. I was there on Shush, dropped so early into the round itself. And Heroic, they have a definitive buy this time, but surely this has to be the round that they win to stay in this.
Yeah, this is last chance saloon, really, for Heroic, and they've just been poor in the second half, is the bottom line. They won pistol, won the conversion, lost the third, won the fourth, and then since that, it's just been T-side after T-side round, 5 in a row on the trot for Spirit, and for Heroic, yeah, you can make the exception that they have been broke, and there has been a couple of situations in which it hasn't been easy to get money behind themselves, but the only really impressive stuff we've seen from Heroic in terms of the buy rounds was that 1v4 from Stown. Outside of that, they haven't converted any gun rounds in the second half.
Heroic tactical taken in this round, in this freeze time to try and get themselves back in tip-top shape and get towards this gunplay. M4's in for 3 players, all out for Cadian for Master Refresh, and the AK's of course out for Team Spirit. Smokes in for Cadian. Knock off that squeaky door position. The flash is over for Stown instead. Going to look out towards the outside presence and doesn't see anything as of right now. Blind spray gets close, but doesn't land a tag.
And they've got a player that's dropped down towards that secret position, so Tesla's going to establish a bit of a crossfire.
Getting in closer. Smoke back as well from the T-side line. Suppress down a mini. Tesset gets the kill from Magix. All important because the bomb's been dropped in secret, and I think that they'll know.
Just work with the advantage. Don't give up many more fights unnecessarily. Stown just still playing in this credit card position and just slow the clock down in this round. Spirit gonna have to keep forcing forward, using more of this light utility they have just to regain bomb control.
Less than a minute to try and do so here. I mean, Stown has kind of backed off away from position, as has Tesset's hold. He's gonna hear those footsteps towards outside. Swing, yes, he will. He line up 2, but the crosshair goes awry, and Dexter gets the kill in for the 4v4 scenario now. 35 to the clock. Spirit are going to start thinking about the move.
Oh, they've got backstabs in from lobby at least, so they've got a bit of an info play, but Refresh needs to just stay alive and allow this backstab to come in.
SDY. When does he strike? Does Refresh get a kill? He sees one player at least. Player up in the rafters. Tesla and Refresh hold the line. They'll not even need Shush to strike. Bond picked up on Mir, will dive back down. He's been spotted. Cadian now picking up the orb, but Shush finds Dexter, and Cadian finds Mir. So, Heroic not going to allow a map point for Team Spirit just yet. There will still be a rebuy for the T's.
It was one of the first times I've actually seen the Danes look comfortable on CT, and it starts with that opening man advantage. Tesla's out from that secret position, dealing with that bomb. Magic's just with a knife out, and then just the way they're repositioning. The backstab coming through from Tesla's again, out from the lobby control. You've got the top Mustang player, and even out towards the back of the side with Refresh with the FAMAS. Heroic get to 11, but it's all about being able to follow up. They've got 3 AKs picked up from that last round.
Big green out for Dexter. In against the CT side, can't see anything down here towards the credit card position. He spotted one player, but no reface from Stown. He's focusing entirely on outside. Will now peek in, see the player up at Silo. The flashbang did blind off Dexter, so the CT can escape without taking a casualty.
Chopper getting naded. Mir just waiting for a bit of a run out, waiting for the CTs to get quite aggressive. More util in terms of a re-smoke out towards Squeak Door. That might allow a drop down into the vents.
Suppression has been involved. Cadian has finally been tagged up a little bit, so there's a start out for the T side, but relatively even on the HP numbers here. There's a wrap over. Start making their way into the wrap position. It'll be Shush, the man to defend against it. AK turn away for the counter flashes. Tessus with his AK holds 2 kills, trades back. Sundai Young caught next up as Shush drops the bomb for a second time, and it's a 4v2.
Jeez, that's the biggest bait out from ramp. Just the way that Shush is just not peeking whatsoever. Allows Teslas to take that opening contact, gets away with a couple of kills, and they think, ramp's just open, we'll just take it completely, dive down towards lower, and then there's another player they don't know about.
Down finds Mir, Dexter, all that remains, 1 versus 4. Gotta save the AWP, surely. Like, the bomb's been dropped, there's no way back in for him. How much do the CTs want to go hunting? How much would they like to fight their way back on this and remove the big green from play for the T side? Doesn't look like too much. So we'll get away with that much, but Heroic will find 12, and Team Spirit start pulling at the tugging at their collars a little bit here.
Yeah, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. The big positive they have is obviously the money. AWP being saved in, plenty of money in the reserve. Loss bonus isn't that high at 2,400, but it's just knowing that they've got that fallback security. But yeah, this is just an angle you don't see being held at all. A couple of kills out from Tessus, and it's just such a great bait play.
Especially because you never expect the player to be all the way pushed up in the corner as well. So Tessus going down, they think that that back wall was clear. Thought wrong. 14-12. Team Spirit. Still 2 rounds in the lead against Heroic. Will that start to change? Well, it's already started to change at this moment. They were 4 up a moment ago. And Heroic are starting to get real good in this position. Cadian, Knife standing by here in the vents position. The nade from SDY did read him. He's hoping for a vent dive though, so we can get a cheeky kill out of this one.
No one's dropping down with the vents. Free smoke out towards Squeak Door, and for Spirit, now they might just go for the outside smokes. They've already got Mir pressed up, aggressive. It's down so deep out in Garage.
A very tight angle. Smoke should suppress him. I believe those are the diagonal ones. Yep. It won't be suppressed from the garage position entirely, but you won't be able to reposition and look back out towards the open-ended parts of the outside control. So they can walk in towards Secret and set up the split.
Tessus, though, is going to get overwhelmed. There is a lot of players out towards ramp looking to commit to lower.
Immediately, Dexter finds that kill. Tessus is not happy. You saw how he reacted on his cam. Cadian's now got to hold back on the site itself. Rotations are inbound for refresh, but Mir picks him up, so it's a 5 versus 3. Heroic starting to lose control in this, which could be the map point round for Team Spirit. Mir hunting around, knowing that Cadian was around here somewhere, but he gets back upstairs to the rotation to inbound for the T side as well.
Oh, SDY knows he's here, but the NWP still hits the shot, but it's Mir in the fence that can count them off. Get that first. They've got to save. They can't go for this, surely.
Well, Shush is hoping for an aggressive face that might give them some sort of way back into the round, but you're right, Dweg. Gonna grab the AWP and everything. 1 AK for Stown. And 15 to the border. Spirit. Nuke is being contested, and the CIS squad could still find their opponent's map pick. What a series this has ended up being, Dweg.
Yeah, it's turned into a bit of a nail-biter here towards the end of map 2, and for the first time in the head-to-heads, we might actually be going to a map 3, something that never happens.
And hey, at least our initial prediction was okay. I thought it would be a map 3. Heroic was so set to 0 this, but it's still fall apart in a single mistake. Map point for Spirit, 3 of them to work with. Heroic shouldn't have roughly enough guns out here to get a definitive, or roughly enough money here to get a definitive buyback, including the double AWP setup for Stown and Cadian.
Yeah, Heroic on the back foot again in this situation. They've got themselves a good buy moving forward, but for Spirit, this is a great opportunity to just get it over the line, take us to map 3.
Incendiary is on, fast plays out, it seems. Initially, that's what it looked like. The counter utility inbound for the CT side, however. Suppressive Spirit for the moment. Rotations back up towards the roof. Mir holding. Spirit hoping for an angle to work with, but the smoke suppression just leaves nothing to work with. No sort of line in to get a kill and open up the round.
Cadian just making sure that he repositions out to that heaven position, but it seems to be a little bit more emphasis towards outside this time for Secret. Spirit, do they get down into Secret? Do they get out to outside? Mira's been doing a lot of lurking behind this sort of T-red position, get in and around some of these tight angles, but he's not even faced contact this time.
Yeah, they're ready. SDY set up the locker smoke. Counter smoke back with the CT side instead, going on to the squeaky door position. 2 CTs waiting and ready to receive here for Shush and Refresh. When do they go about this here? Spirit running the timer so low, but when this hit comes through, it's going to be explosive.
30 seconds left. They gotta get a bit of a move on. It's so dry out from Squeakdoor. They're walking.
Won't know about it until now. SDY lined up on by Shush. Refresh right around the corner itself. Magic gets his kill. Shush can double up, making it triple. Dexter deals with Cadian with the AWP in the back, but it's a 3 versus 2, and Shush is on 4 HP. Finally goes down to Dexter's part in a 2-on-2 situation. Stown also caught off. It's all on Tessie to step up again. Gets the bomb carrier, but doesn't get the backup. Dexter takes the kill, and a 16-12 Spirit forces to a third map.
Unbelievable performance there from the second half for Spirit. The hunger was there. The